Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca and I am a stay-at-home mom and an online reseller. And in today's video, we are going to talk about all of the apps that I use on my iPhone to do all of my reselling tasks. A couple are YouTube related, but most of them are all reselling tasks. So if you are new here, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I have reselling videos every week. I also have mom life videos almost every week. Here and there, they're not quite as consistent, but when I have something to share, I will definitely share it. And you can also see what I'm sharing over on Instagram. I am at TheCozyShire over there. So let's jump into this video. So as you can see here, this is my reselling screen. I have all these different screens. I have my items categorized, my apps. So this is the one where it has everything that I use for reselling. So the first one, we're going to start in the top left corner. You can see my cute little kids in the background. That's an old picture, but top left we have Poshmark. Poshmark is one of my reselling apps. So you can do everything from the app, except like I can't print labels, but that's more because my printer and my phone don't hook up to each other. But you can do pretty much everything list here. There's my closet. So yeah, Poshmark, pretty self-explanatory as a reselling app. That's number one. Next one over is Mercari. Once again, pretty much the same as Poshmark. I can do pretty much everything here on Mercari. You can see, my completed sales, things are in progress, my listings. I can list things from here, edit, all that jazz. Same concept. I do have 6 different platforms that I sell on, sometimes 7. So that's kind of why we're going to start off just with those reselling platforms. Here's my Kidizen, same concept. I can list everything from my phone, no problem. Here's like my Kidizen closet. And you can see all the items, or my Kidizen shop, I think it's called. You can see everything I have in there. Same deal. I'm not going to open my Facebook one because that is my personal Facebook. I don't have a separate Facebook business account, but I can do everything from there for Facebook Marketplace because I do sell on Facebook Marketplace. So everything I can do from that app, just like the other ones. Then we can move over to eBay. Once again, same thing. I can list all of my items. This is also the app I use for checking comps, or the platform I check most of my comps on. And yeah, I can just edit everything over here, list everything over here. Etsy. This is the newer Etsy seller app. I don't even think the old one you can use anymore. And the Etsy seller app, this purple one, is different than over here in the upper right-hand corner, this orange Etsy one, this for shopping. This is kind of my shopping and fast food tab. I really don't eat as much fast food as it looks like on here. I just like to get the rewards when I do. But that is different. So if you are an Etsy seller, you're thinking about selling on Etsy, you need the Etsy seller app. Once again, you can do everything you need to do from this app. Not making my account stronger right now, but you can see all of my listings in here, and I can do everything I need to do from here. So that covers all of my 6 main platforms I sell on. So then I have my Instagram. I'm not going to really go into that, but it's my social media for my TheCozyShire platform. So I post over there when I need to. My YT studio, that's obviously for my YouTube channel here. I can go in and kind of just check up. This is where I can see if people leave me comments or check on how a new video is performing, all those things. All right, so we're going to go down to the third line. So Photo Room. Photo Room is the app that I use for, I'm going to try to get back to the home page here, here we go. This is the app I use to take my photographs because I don't have a great photo setup. I don't have natural light. I do have a ring light that I use, but I don't have a plain white background or whatever, and that is what I like to use for my photos. So there's so many different options for how you want to take yours. But here you can say recently used. I used the template for eBay. And this is just really easy for me to edit my photos. I take the photo and it kind of edits out the background. I can adjust the lighting if I need to, which I do sometimes. And I can do that for all the photos that I take for my reselling platform. I should mention, all of these apps that I'm showing you are free. I don't pay for apps, and I don't pay for like upgraded versions. So some of these apps are going to have upgraded versions. This is one of them. You can see in the top it says Get Pro. I'm not going to get Pro. I don't want to pay for it. Let me see if it tells us how much it is. There you go, $9.99 a month or $70 a year. I don't want to do that. And they definitely have limited what I'm able to do in the free version, but I've been able to still make it work. It's just more of a pain, but it works fine for me. There's other photo editing apps out there. This is the one that I choose to use. I like it. I don't know, it just works well for me. So you can see there's all different kinds of photos and stuff you can take, ways to take different photos. But I just use the basic eBay template, start from photo, take my pictures that way. So next over is this yellow one that says Mile IQ. I do not have this one turned on all the time. You can see, oh no, Mile IQ can't track your drives without your location. So this is what I use when I am going sourcing, because if I do have it turned on, which I don't right now, it says drive detection is paused. You can resume detection. This is another one. You can have it on all the time, but the free version will only record 40 drives a month. So I have it turned off when I am not sourcing. And then this is especially helpful during yard sale season. If I am sourcing this yard sale season, I am not. But typically I would be sourcing and driving around a lot, and it will automatically track where I am driving and how, like when I'm stopping, when I'm getting out of the car, etc. And then I can go back and I can categorize those as personal drives or business drives. Let me see if I can show an old one. See, I have no drives. I haven't been sourcing in a long time. But let's go back to one that here, like last July, you can see I had 10 business drives, 5 personal drives. So I typically try to keep it turned off if I know I'm just going to be doing personal drives, just so I don't use up those 40 free drives I get. But this is a really easy way to track my mileage. I can put in my vehicle, the type of vehicle I have, and it'll calculate, like, see, it says $23, so calculate like how much money I spent, so I can put it in my spreadsheet, so I can write that off as business expenses during tax season. And yeah, it's just an easy way to do it. So I highly recommend this app. You can see in May and April last year, I hit 40 drives, and that's where it kind of knocked me out and was like, yeah, you ran out of free drives, so I didn't want to do that anymore. But this is a super helpful app. You can, once again, you can pay for, here, get unlimited drives here at the bottom. Let's see if it'll tell us how much this one costs. $59.99 a year or $5.99 a month. So if I really wanted to, I've thought about this before, we're just paying the monthly fee during the summer when I am sourcing a lot. Once again, not sourcing this summer really, so I did not do that, but that is an option. And it'll tell you, you know, there's probably more options of things you can do if you do have the paid version. But I have the free version, so works well for me. That's Mile IQ. Like I said, this is an iPhone, so all of these can be found in the Apple Store. Next one over, I'm not going to open, but Facebook Messenger, that's where my sales usually come in for Facebook Marketplace, and I can communicate with buyers through there. Then over here, I have Sheets, that's Google Sheets. So I have different, you know, my different spreadsheets over here, but here's my reselling one. So if you've seen my inventory sheet video, or if you haven't, you can go check it out. But this is where I track all my inventory, so I can do it right from my phone. And I've just figured out how to, like, you know, navigate this pretty easily. Down here I have current inventory, my solds, sourcing expenses, business expenses, net profits, in places I've shipped to, things like that. So it's really easily accessible. I can easily just like click on here and, you know, I can delete a row if something sells, or I can cut a row and then paste it over my solds. I can add rows, everything like that. works very easily for me. That is my Google Sheets. Then we're going down one more row. Some of these are not as relevant. We have Gas Buddy over there. That's also used personally just to find the cheapest gas around. That's not really specific to reselling. I also have a Flip app. Flip is this app I'm not really using right now. We'll see if we click into it what it shows. I haven't scanned or haven't logged in a long time. But this is a consignment app where you can send stuff in to other resellers and they'll sell it for you, or they can send stuff to you, essentially. It's a whole process, but essentially you can receive their stuff and sell it for them. I've tried it. I wasn't a big fan. If you're interested in a video about that, let me know. I do have a friend who uses Flip a lot, and I would love to collab on a video with her or get her input. She's way more experienced. I've only done it a little bit and was not a fan. Yeah, let me know, but I'm not really using that right now. What I do use Flip for, and it's not through the app. The app is different. Same company, but the app is different from the Flip free Poshmark share that I use on my desktop. So that's different. But same company if you want to look into that. Okay, then we have iMovie. I really don't use iMovie anymore because I edit my videos in HitFilm on my computer. But if I need to, I can do video editing on there. Then I have Adobe Express. This is what I use. This is more for YouTube, not for reselling, but this is what I use to make my thumbnails. See, it says YouTube thumbnails right here in the middle. But you could also use this to make logos, Instagram posts, Instagram stories, flyers, etc. They have a lot of options. I don't really mess with this too much. I think I did use this to make like a... what do you want to call it? Kind of like a cover page or whatever in Whatnot when I was doing auction sales. So you could do that as well. Once again, tons of options. A lot of them are free, but there are premium options that you would have to pay for. I just don't use those versions. So that is the one I use for that. And then our last one down here is Whatnot. I haven't been on Whatnot in a long time. But I used to have Whatnot shows. I hope to have them again someday. I'm just not in a place to do that right now with everything else going on. But you can see I have a little bit of a following, a couple followers here. So, I can set up shows from there. This is also where I would watch other people's shows. Haven't done that in a long time. But you can do a lot of things from there as well as actually hold the auction. This is the camera I would use, and then I would use my computer to actually start the auctions on the different items. So pretty much everything is there on that screen. I do have over on my main screen here my camera. Of course, I use my camera app. I use a mix of the photo room app and my camera app to take my photos. Obviously, the photos tab shows the photos that I've taken. Let's see. Most of these other ones I don't use for reselling. I have my YouTube app. That's more to watch YouTube, not really to do anything with my YouTube channel. If we scroll across a little bit more, I think there is another one. Over here, almost in the bottom, but 3 rows down, we have the USPS mobile app. So in here, I can go to schedule pickup. And this is where I can duplicate or schedule a new pickup when I need them to pick up packages from my doorstep. I do that from my phone. You can also do some other things over here. You can see this is nice too if you need to see if your barcode printed off well enough to scan it. You can do that here. Or you can even type in a tracking number here at the top and find out where a package is. I've used that before. So that is handy to use. And then I also have apps I'm not going to go into, like my PayPal and my Capital One. That's just the bank I use. So obviously my funds are going into those accounts. But that's pretty much it. Those are the apps that I use. If you have any questions or any other apps that you use, definitely drop them in the comments. Let everyone know what you're using, what works for you. Like I said, all these apps are free. Or the versions I use at least are free. And it's worked out really well for me for the last, almost 4 years. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope it was helpful to those of you who may be looking for different apps to use, because reselling can be done almost entirely from your phone, and some people can do it completely from their phone. It's a great thing that you can do if you are more of a mobile lifestyle and you can't just sit at home. You got places to go and kids to run around and all that. So if you enjoyed it, like I said, please give it a like, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one.